Hello, am I audible? Can you hear me? Don't just listen to me. Please do think about what I'm trying to say as well. A very warm welcome to Be Aware Soul YouTube channel. Today, I want you to imagine something. Okay, imagine that you're walking to a bus stop and the surrounding is so peaceful and you're just having a calm walk, and all of a sudden, you know what happens? There's a kind of an argument that is happening between a man and a woman. You are out of it because you don't want to get involved into it, but you are kind of witnessing the event. You're looking at what is happening. All of a sudden, that boy takes a liquid. He takes it and he throws it on the woman, and the woman shouts in pain. She shouts so badly in pain, and you don't know what is happening. You're shocked. What is happening? By the time you blink your eyes, the man disappears. You don't know what is happening. What am I supposed to do now? Oh my God, I need to call the ambulance. She's shouting so much. Like you'll panic at that point of time. Do you know how to react to such situation? Or are you taught how to react to such situation? You know, this is a situation of an acid attack, and there are many times that people don't know how to react to such situation, and this leads to a lot of burns, a lot more pain into that person. So today, as a first thing, I'm going to talk about how to deal with such a situation. I know no one wants to go through such a situation, or no one wants to even witness such a situation. But if you witness such an incident by chance, will you just run away? Will you just act like I don't care? You know what? You need to help them, because it is a permanent thing that is going to be along with them, because there cannot be any changes made. At least you can reduce their pain. So I have just one thing that I need to tell you about how to react in such situation. You know, when the argument is happening and you could have actually stopped it, but I know all of us are scared, or all of us panic at that point of time, and we don't have that presence of mind. Okay, everything is done, the acid is put on the woman's face. You need to be having a presence of mind to pour water on the places where the acid is thrown. You need to ensure that the water is being poured at least for 10 to 20 minutes. If this part is affected by the acid, then you should keep pouring the water, the clean water in this part, so that the acid gets diluted, and so the pain and the burning sensation reduces. I know we can't do anything more than this. At least we can reduce that person's pain. One more important thing is that when most of the acid attacks happen, there are many who lose eyesight. So you need to ensure that even if there are burns in the eyes, you need to keep pouring water in that, close the eyes and keep pouring in the eyelid until the burning sensation reduces. It should go at least, you should keep doing that at least until 10 minutes. And this is like a first aid for people who face acid attacks. At least this act of ours will help them in reducing the pain. At least in that aspect, we can help them, right? So this part is really important. The next thing I'm going to be talking today is about the laws related to acid attacks. Don't worry, I'm not going to go word by word. We all need to have an understanding of how it works, right? I'll be talking about it. Let me ask you a simple question. Do you think acid attack, the specific word was mentioned in IPC when it was first into being, when it was introduced at first? So IPC is nothing but it includes all aspects of criminal law. It talks about criminal law in general. So do you think it was there since the starting? So if you are thinking yes, it is there since the starting, no, you are wrong. You know, when we had laws related to acid attack, surely acid attack had started in the 1970s and 1980s, but our laws specifically told about acid attack. They gave a specific mention in the IPC only in 2013. I know all of you know about Nirbhaya's rape case. I know each and everyone would have heard about it at one point of time or the other. So in 2012, she was brutally raped and brutally killed. At that point, law needed a change. Everyone knew that law needs to evolve at this point to ensure the safety and security of the women. And this resulted in the formation of J.S. Verma committee, wherein they told what all kinds of changes should be made, can be made, like what all reforms are required, so that society is a safer place to live in. And at that point, not only did J.S. Verma committee tell about this, but even the Law Commission report, the 226th Law Commission report said that there needs to be a specific mention of acid attack so that there is specific of punishments related to it. And this was the time where the legislature as such and the judiciary as such realized that there is a need for change at this point, and they introduced section 326A and 326B, totally talking about acid attack in specific, making it a specific offense. When you talk about 326A, it gives you a general sense of what consists of an acid attack. It gives you the elements of what is an acid attack. So there are 4 elements that are being discussed. The first one is there should be damage to the body. The second one is that the offender should have done it. And third one is there should be grievous hurt. And fourth one is that it should be done by an acid. It should be caused because of an acid. So when you talk about 326A, if these all are proved in a case, they might get a punishment wherein they are punished for nearly 10 years, not less than 10 years, but this can go even up to life sentence. When you talk about 326B, it is like when there is an attempt being made or even you have some intention. So when you talk about intention, it is like, okay, you're planning and you have bought the acid and everything and you're about to go to do the act. So in these 2 cases, if you can prove it, then what happens is you get to 5 to 7 years of imprisonment. There are many laws relating to acid attack. So why isn't it reduced even until today? The major thing is selling of acids. You know, acid, you get it easily in any shop. You pay 20 rupees to 50 rupees, you can get 1 bottle of acid that is enough for you to throw it on someone who doesn't accept you, who doesn't want to give you dowry or who doesn't want to marry you, and you just throw acid and you can leave. There's no problem, right? You just need to, it just costs around 20 to 50 rupees. You can pay that and do it. So at this point, they realized that acid was something that was very easily available and it gives a lot of pain economically, physically, socially and mentally. So that is the reason they choose to give acid attacks to women as a gift. For the fact that they voiced out, they said a no, and that is why they gave them as a gift. So as a result, there was a case by name Lakshmi versus Union of India. I'm just giving the name of the case for reference. So in this case, there was a request to the Supreme Court saying that there should be an ban on acids. There should be a ban on easily available acids. So Supreme Court also decided that there should be some stringent laws. They should make strict rules. There should be strict rules in relation to distribution of acids. So at that point, the union government also decided that from now on, if anyone comes to a shop to ask for acid, you need to ask them for a personal ID which is given by the government, like the Aadhaar card or the ration card. And after they give it, you need to ask them why do they need the acid, and you need to note it down who all have taken it, and if you feel it is valid, then only you sell it to them. So if this is there, then who is getting the acid easily? Then why are acid attacks happening? Do you think people are following this? A simple social experiment was done by Deepika Padukone when her movie Chapak was released. I'm sorry if I have told it wrong. So at that point, she wanted to know whether they sell the acids easily. So they had a play where people would go and ask for acids, and she got nearly 23 bottles of acid in a day, and just one shopkeeper did the process of asking them for an ID card and not giving them the acid if he refused to give it. All the others didn't care. It didn't matter to them. I don't care. It's just a sale for me. It was like that. Only when this changes, there will be a lot of change. That is what Deepika Padukone felt, and that is what all acid attack survivors feel. This video is an awareness video so that if you witness someone being attacked, at least you can reduce their pain. Another thing is that if you know someone that wants to get some legal support but doesn't have any idea, you can at least give them an overall view that yes, this is a mistake that they have done. It's not what society is saying. It's not about your mistake. It is about their mistake. So you can get justice for this. You can tell them. So that is why this video is being shared. So please do share it with everyone possible, because it is very important to know this, because we wouldn't know what will happen at what time. Knowing it would help a lot. Thank you. Have a nice day. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. And you can visit my blog beawaresoul.com. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn. The links are available below. Thank you. Have a nice day.